My name is Fran Cousins and I'm a business psychologist with specialist expertise in designing psychometric tests for graduates and early career recruitments. In this video, we'll be talking you through deductive reasoning tests, what they measure, when they're used, and what you can expect from the test. This video should help you to feel really well informed about what to expect when taking deductive reasoning tests, but make sure you've also watched our Introduction to Psychometric Testing video to learn more about the best approaches to take for these sorts of tests and how employers typically score them. So what do deductive reasoning tests measure? They measure your ability to draw logical conclusions based on information provided to identify the strengths and weaknesses of an argument and complete scenarios using incomplete information. Tasks you'll have to do include reading statements, looking at tables of data, and so on to determine which of the response options make logical sense. In addition to this, these sorts of tests also look at your potential to not only apply the knowledge you already have, but to acquire and use skills in the future as well. This is a test of maximum ability, so the very best you can do, rather than being about testing your typical ability, which is your day-to-day average performance. Note that this is different to a skills test, which assesses only the current level of ability that you currently have in a certain area. So for example, a spelling test. Deductive reasoning tests are designed to assess your aptitude for drawing logical conclusions from information, rather than just assessing your skills at this point in time. These tests are especially relevant where the job you're applying to requires you to evaluate arguments, analyse scenarios, and draw conclusions from data. When they're used appropriately, so for jobs where these skills are really necessary, deductive reasoning tests have been shown to be really good predictors of future job performance. In other words, if you do well on this test, you're likely to do well in the job. Deductive reasoning tests are slightly less common in graduate job applications than verbal and numerical ability tests, but are often still used for a range of roles, such as those in law, engineering, psychology, human resources, and many other professions that require you to draw logical conclusions from written data, and also to identify strengths and weaknesses in arguments. This form of reasoning is commonly required to support work and decision making in many different types of jobs at many different levels. So as a result, don't be surprised if you find yourself needing to complete one of these tests for a job application, regardless of your future profession. Deductive reasoning tests require candidates to evaluate written statements. They are timed, usually about 20 minutes long, and you will have around 18 questions to answer. But this can vary between tests. It's not a hard and fast rule, so make sure that you check how many questions there are and how long you have at the beginning of every test you take. You'll be presented with a number of sentences, some data, or a combination of both, and then a question to answer based on the limited information that's been provided. They're typically multiple choice questions with up to 5 options to choose from as the correct answer. We hope this video has helped you to understand more about what deductive reasoning tests are, when you can expect to take them, and how best to approach them. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you check out our other videos in the links below. You can find lots of full-length practice tests absolutely free at candidatetalent.com.